Hello everyone, welcome back to Yoga Librium. My name is Heather. Today I'm leading you through a heart-opening practice, backbending flow. We'll begin by sitting on top of our heels. We're going to reach the right arm over beside the right hip. We're going to take some arm circles here. I want you to feel like you're reaching your energy past your fingertips as you do this, and try to move to the full extent of your range of motion. Inhale, come back to center and sweep the arms up. And we'll take that on the second side, reaching the left arm over, sweeping the right arm around. A few circles here, and follow the arm with your gaze. And then on an inhale, coming back up through center, reach the arms up, open up the heart, take the head back. And exhaling, take the fingertips behind you here and just indulge for a moment. And then coming forward into your tabletop position, let's take puppy pose, melting heart for a moment. And dropping your forehead down towards the floor. Finding some deep, deep breaths here. Expanding lungs, front, back, and both sides. And then letting the hips become heavy, sliding them back to sit over top of the heels again. Taking the fingertips, the palms on top of your knees, round your spine and tuck your chin. Inhale, lifting yourself back up. Open your heart again towards the ceiling, fingertips tapping down behind you, indulging here. And then coming up through a neutral spine. Let's take a few circles here with the head from side to side. Nice. And let's move into our tabletop position. We're going to take a few cat-cows here. So sinking the chest down, stick your tailbone up and reach your gaze up. As you exhale, press into your palms, round your spine as much as possible and tuck your chin. A few of these in your own time, following your own deep, intentional breath. Articulating as best as you can through each vertebrae in your spine. Good, let's come back to neutral. And from here, we're going to extend just the right foot back and come onto the ball of the foot and stretch the calf. So you can press out through the heel. Let's float the right leg and the left arm up. And we're going to exhale, bring the knee and the elbow towards each other. And inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Exhaling, round, last one. Inhale, reaching fingertips and toes away from each other. And then exhale, plant them back down. Coming back into tabletop. We'll take the second side, reach the left leg back and stretch out through the heel. And let's lift the left leg up and reach the right arm forward. Reaching fingertips and toes away from each other. On an exhale, bring your knee and your elbow to connect. Inhale to reach, exhale, connect. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, rounding your spine. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, gently planting hand and knee back down. Good job. And let's come back into our puppy pose. Maybe this time propping up on your fingertips, going a little bit deeper. And go ahead and allow the hips to become heavy and sink back on top of your heels. Bring your palms to the knees and round your spine. Inhale, lift the fingertips up to the ceiling, start to drop the head back, and then exhale, open up your heart. Let the fingertips drop down. And then coming back through. This time we're going to lift ourselves all the way into downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling your feet from side to side, any movement in the hips that you like here. going to start to roll the body forward into plank. Bend into the knees, send the tailbone high, and then exhale, slowly take it back to downward facing dog. Again, inhale, roll forward into plank. Bend your knees, send the tailbone high, press the palms, downward facing dog. Again, inhale to roll forward, bend your knees, send the tailbone high and arch back. A few more like this. If you want, you could take out the bend in the knees and let this roll back come from your cow position. And then return to downward facing dog. A few breaths here. And then inhaling, gently walking the feet all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale and find length when you arrive. Exhale, fold forward. Pressing your feet to the floor, let's rise all the way up, sweep the arms. And exhale, open up your heart, gazing to the ceiling as you reach with the fingers. Releasing the arms down, folding forward, release the weight of your head to gravity. Inhale, lengthen and lift your heart. Exhale, stepping your feet back, lower down through your version of Chaturanga Dandasana, and then lower all the way to your belly. Reaching your fingertips behind your back, interlace the fingers and peel the chest up off the floor. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift yourself up. And exhale to lower down. Release the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, rolling over your knees. Back to downward facing dog, dropping your head. Deep breaths. Next inhale, take your gaze forward and gently walk the feet all the way back to the top of your mat. Inhale, find some length in your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Press through the feet. Let's float all the way up. Sweep the arms and take your gaze to your fingers. Exhale, open up through the chest, dropping your head back. And let's fold all the way back down the legs. Inhale again, lengthen and lift your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step the feet back, high plank, lower down, Chaturanga. Exhale, release all the way to your belly. Release the arms behind, interlace your fingers. Inhale, peel the chest up. Energizing here, feeling those muscles in your back working. And maybe this time you're gonna also float the feet off the mat. And exhale, release down. Again, inhale, lifting. Maybe lifting even the feet. And exhale, coming back down. Release your hands under your shoulders, good job. Roll over your knees, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Deep breaths. Inhale, take your gaze forward to your hands and gently step the feet to the top of your mat. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, press, lift all the way up, opening up your heart, dropping your head back. Exhale, diving all the way back down. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Nice exhale, stepping the feet back, lower down. And release all the way down. Reach the arms, interlace your fingers. Inhale, peeling your chest, floating your legs. Deep breaths here. Exhale, coming down. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Deep breaths, expanding lungs, front, back, both sides. And from here, we're going to keep the left leg planted and float the right leg up, squaring the hips down towards the floor. Let's pulse the right leg a few times. Bend the right knee, bring it into your chest, and exhale, extend it back, lift it a little higher. Then we're going to plant the right knee down and lift the left leg. Draw that knee all the way forward and through so that the left foot plants between your hands and you arrive in a low lunge. Interlacing your fingers on top of the left thigh, letting the pelvis sink down and relax towards the floor. We're stretching here, the front of the right hip and the quadricep. You can bring your hands into heart center. And then inhale, float the arms up. We're going to cactus on the exhale, bend your elbows. Release the arms down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, opening your heart. Again, inhale, floating up. And exhale, this time plant the hands. We're going to lower ourselves down for half saddle pose. So I want the right knee folded around and back. The shin and the top of the foot are planting to the outside of the right hip. The hip is not sitting on top. If it feels okay here, you can start to lower down to your hands or your elbows, maybe all the way down towards the floor. If that feels okay, you could reach your arms above your head and take opposite elbows. Remember that we're not in any rush here. Please take care of your body. Look after your needs. So whichever variation you're in, just find your attention coming back to your deep breath. Last deep breath here. If you were lowered all the way down to your back, press into your elbows. Gently, compassionately take your time. Bring yourself back up. We're going to press into the hands and shift ourselves back into our low lunge. This time we're taking the right arm to the back of the right leg and we're going to reach the left arm back. Good. On an inhale, tuck the back toes and float yourself all the way up, crescent lunge. Again, arching, opening your heart. Exhale, plant your hands down. Let's slide the left leg through and up towards the sky. Bend your knee, draw it into your chest. Exhale, send it up and back. And then exhale, gently plant the left foot beside the right and return to downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to take a little bit of a stretch into the shoulders. So you're going to take your feet wider than your mat. And we're going to walk your hands in a little bit and take your hands wider than your shoulders. And from here, we're looking to sink the chest down towards the floor. I want you to keep feeling like your low belly is pulling energy up and into your heart center, but that the weight of your head is falling to gravity. You feel a restorative, deep stretch here into your shoulders. Beautiful. Slowly, we're going to take some waves with the spine here. On an inhale, rolling forward, and then exhale, rolling back. Just a few of these. Then we'll return back to downward facing dog, adjusting your hands and your feet. And we'll take that flow on the second side. The left leg floats up, square the left hip down, and pulse the leg up. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Exhale, take it up and back, square the hip down, lift it a little bit higher if you can. And then drop the left knee to the floor for three-legged tabletop and float the right leg, pulsing a few times towards the ceiling, and then we draw the right foot through to a low lunge. Bringing your hands on top of the thigh to start, you can roll the shoulders back. Beautiful. From here, float the arms up, gazing to the sky, and exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart. Inhale to float the arms up, exhale, opening the chest. Inhale again, lifting up, exhale, opening. And then plant the hands down. We're going to come into half saddle on the second side. So carefully allow your sit bones to come down to the earth. The top of the left shin and foot are planting down. This side might feel different than the other side, and that's okay. You can walk the weight back a little bit. Stay up on your hands if that's what feels best. Lower down to elbows. Maybe you can come all the way to the floor. We're not worried about how deep we're arriving in the pose. We're simply being exactly where we need to be right now. Breathing into any intensity intensity, any sensation that you're feeling with compassion, allowing each breath to relax and release a little bit more. And then very gently, carefully, compassionately starting to lift yourself back up. And let's transition back into our low lunge. Left arm is going to reach to behind the left leg. Right arm is going to reach up and back. And dropping your head back if it feels okay. On an inhale, we're going to float the left arm to meet the right. Tuck the back left toes and extend out through the knee, crescent lunge. And exhale. Plant your hands on either side of that foot and sweep the right leg up and back. And then gently release the right foot beside the left and return to your downward facing dog. From here, let's drop to the knees, sink the hips over top of the heels, and come into child's pose. And allowing these few breaths in child's pose to ground you. Allowing your spine to calibrate to all of that heart opening. Come forward. We're going to crawl the knees a little bit up the mat. We're going to lift the hips up on top of the knees. We're coming into camel pose, so I really want you to feel that the tops of the shins and the feet are pressing down and connecting you to the mat. From here, we're starting to energetically send the hips forward. And we have this lifting sensation from the low belly, so we're coming up and over as we start to lean back. At this point, maybe we're going to bring the palms of the hands close to the sacrum, the fingertips pointing up. Allow your head to drop back. This is perfect already. If you want to take a different variation, maybe you'll interlace your fingers here and extend the elbows. Again, keep pressing strongly into your foundation and sending the hips forward. If it feels okay for you, maybe you'll release the fingertips down towards your heels. And still continue to send your hips forward as the heart opens here. Beautiful inhale, coming back up. Sit on top of your heels. That was really nice. Take a second. And we're going to crawl the legs even further up the mat. We're going to come to lying down on the back. We're going to move into a few windshield wipers with the knees from side to side. And we're going to plant the feet into the mat. You want to have your feet close enough towards your sit bone so that you could reach forward with your fingertips just to graze your heels. From here, we're moving into little bridge. So pressing into the feet, nice and strong. Float the hips up. From here, you could lift the fingertips up and really press into the elbows, sending your chest back on a diagonal. Breathe nice and deep here. Maybe you can interlace your fingers underneath, walk the shoulders out of the way. Deep, compassionate breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly unraveling your spine back down until the sacrum lands on the mat. Again, you might windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Finding a little bit of relaxation. And from here, repeating a little bridge, or We're going to prepare for full wheel, full Urdhva Dhanurasana. Planting strong through the feet, energize your thighs, and then plant the palms beside your ears. Elbows drawing towards each other, fingertips are pointing towards your heels. When you feel ready, inhale and lift yourself all the way up. Hips are reaching to the ceiling. Press into the feet. Maybe you can start to walk the hands a little bit closer towards your heels. And the feet a little bit closer towards your hands. Wherever you are, finding a nice, expansive breath that you can send through your entire body, calming your nervous system, telling yourself you are safe in this pose. And when you're done, you can slowly start to release yourself all the way down. And windshield wiper again, your knees from side to side. Let's counter all of that back bending by hugging the knees in towards your chest. You might gently rock yourself from side to side. Maybe fold the forehead to touch the knees. And then let's come and rock all the way back up on top of the sit bones. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale to reach your arms up, and then exhale, rounding your spine as much as you like. Take a forward fold here. So we're not looking to find a straight spine this time. We're looking to counter our back bends, find that opposing energy by allowing everything to soften. Allow your head to hang heavy. Finding yourself relaxing as much as possible. And observing here from the top of your head down to your toes. Notice how you're feeling after this backbending practice. Notice where your thoughts are. Noticing your breath. And then we're going to gently release ourselves all the way down. Give the knees one more squeeze into the chest. Let's exhale and take a little twist here, crossing the right leg over top of the left, reaching your right arm out to a T, allowing the knees to flop over. Finding more stillness here, more relaxation. We start to move towards our shavasana, the most important pose of this practice. And gently drawing yourself back up through center. And let's take that twist on the other side, crossing your left leg over top of your right. Reaching the left arm out beside you and allowing the knees to fall over to the right side. A moment here to appreciate all of the hard work that you just did. And let's bring the knees back up towards center. Let's plant the feet as wide as the mat and allow the knees to fall in towards one another. Let's bring one hand on top of your heart and one hand on top of your belly. Take a full deep inhale here to expand your breath in your body. And slowly, in your time and in your way, releasing arms and legs, arriving in your shavasana. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this heart-opening flow. Please stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for your practice, and namaste.